Hello, welcome to everyone in this video. This is lecture number 30. Already 29 lectures are covered to solve the problem of this book, that is Electricity and Magnetism by Vasudev Ghosh. And this is 15 part of this book. That means there is 14 part of these books. That is chapter 1, 2, 3, and this chapter 4, question 1 to question 18 we already covered of this book in this previous 14 part, and the rest of the lecture actually solve the problem, that is the electrodynamics by dj griffith. This book's problem also solved in the rest of the part of this lecture. Okay, if you wants to go to this previous lecture, you can go to the description box, links given are there. In this video I want to discuss the question, that is chapter 4 of this book, that is Electricity Magnetism by Vasudev Ghosh, of question number 19 to question number 26. So let's start with question number 19, which says consider a cylindrical capacitor of inner and outer radius a and b, inner radius a, outer radius b respectively, and a composite dielectric constant k1 for a equals a to c. So there is a region between a and b, that is c. Within that region, that is a to c, there is dielectric constant k1. Another dielectric constant in this region, that is c to b, is k2. Find the capacitance per unit length of this system. So you need to find out the capacitance of this system, right? So by Gauss theorem, you can see that is in region 1 electric field is 0, and in region 2 there is lambda by 2 pi epsilon k1 r. In region 2 this is k2 r, and in region 3 this also 0, right? Because this charge will be in the inner side and the induced in the outer side, so total will be 0. That's why in region 1 and in region 4 is electric charge is 0, electric field is 0. E is 0 in region 1 and region 4, right? In these two region the electric field will be 0, right? So in the k1, that is region 2, and the region 3, the electric field will be like that. Now the potential difference between these two region, that is a to b, we can see that is the b to c, that is b to c is e3 er, and then c to a, this is e2 er. So put this value of e2 and e3, you will be get this expression, and just integrating you will be get this expression. This is the potential, right? After that you will be get the capacitance, that is q by v. Put this value of v, you will be get this expression. Now we need to find out the capacitance per unit length, so you divided by this length, you will be get this equation. Clear? If there is any doubt, you must comment in the comment box. Next question. Spherical conductor of radius a, this is a spherical conductor of radius a associated to uniform thickness d. The thickness is d, so this total will be a plus d, and the material of dielectric constant k. Within that region we placed a material dielectric constant k, so that the capacitance of the conductor increased by this ratio, this by due to coating. So due to this coating, the capacitance will be increased by this ratio, right? So without this coating, the capacitance will be 4 pi epsilon naught a. Now the electric field within this dielectric material will be, by the Gauss theorem, E into 4 pi r square q by epsilon. So this is q by epsilon is k epsilon naught. You will be get this expression, that is the electric field within that region, right? For region 2, the electric region 3, the electric field will be like that. Actually here the q charge placed, so due to induction there is minus q charge in the inner surface of the sphere, and the outer surface will be plus q charge. So finally in the outer there will be remaining charge. So in region 3 there will be electric field like that, and in this region 2 the electric field will be like that. So the potential will be minus infinity to a plus d and a plus d to a. So these two portion are the potential. Just put this value of these two electric field and thus integrating, you will be get this potential expression like that. After that you will be get the capacitance will be q by v. Put this value of potential, you will be get this expression, and if you increase in this ratio form, you will be get this answer. And this is not matches with this answer, there is a mistake of a. I think our answer is correct, because if we compare, actually we ratio the c by c0, so the dimension will be the dimensionless, but you can see here there is a dimension of a, present here, right? So this is, I think, is not correct. There a is a missing like here. I think this is answer is right. If there is any calculus mistake of calculation or any mistake, I think if I do this any mistake in here, you must comment in the comment box, right? uh, I got this relation. I think this is a error. Next question. A coaxial cable consists of copper of core 1 millimeter radius and outer metal sheath of radius 1 centimeter, separated by a dielectric constant. In this between there is a dielectric constant. Calculate the energy stored in 1 kilometer length of this cable. So length will 1 kilometer. You need to find out the energy, right? With 10 kilovolt potential applied between this core and sheath. Within this region there is a potential applied of this two region. That means there is a potential like that. This is 10 kilovolt, right? So this amount of potential energy will be applied between this. So the electric field within this region, that is A to B, is nothing but E into, in the region less than A electric field 0, and greater than B electric field also 0. So electric field present within A and B. So you can write down this E equals to into 2 pi f 2 pi r rho. This is the Gauss theorem. I know you can find Gauss electric field by Gauss theorem very easily. So the electric field will be like that, and the corresponding potential will be B to A dr will be get this potential. Then the corresponding capacitance will be like that, right? After that the energy will be half C V square. You know the half C V square, half C V square. Put this value. Here L is the length, and 1 by 4 pi epsilon is like that. A and B, put this value in the same unit, such that 1 centimeter equals to 10 centimeter is not correct. This is millimeter. Okay, so put this expression here, you will be get this answer. Okay, if there is any doubt you must comment in the comment box. I think clear. Next question. Consider a point charge q located at the center of a sphere conducting shell of inner and outer radius A and B. There is a charge spread on the inner shell and outer shell respectively. Find out the electrostatic energy of this system. Actually, I think there is a mistake in this question. Actually, this q charge is placed here, and these are not correct. Q charge is placed here. Only the electric field will be appearing, and minus q charge induced here. The electric field appearing within this region A to B. Within that region, this A to B charge, this minus q charge induced, A to B charge will be the electric field will be the present. By Gauss theorem, this electric field will be like that, q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. The energy will be epsilon by 2 E square dV, you know. So we put this value E square, and dV is 4 pi r square dr. Integrating, you will be get this answer. Okay, and this answer is correct. So I think this charge is placed actually the on the conductor, such that this answer will be correct. Otherwise this will be mismatch, because this limit the electric field in this region actually also present if this charge at the center. The center of this charge is not correct. I think this charge on the inner surface of this sphere. Actually this was induced in this region like that. Next question. Three equal point charges Q are located at the vertex of the equilateral triangle. If this is an equilateral triangle, these Q charge are on the vertex. Find the electrostatic energy of this system. Find the electrostatic energy of this system, so that the insertion of an additional charge. So at first we want to find out the energy. This is the electrostatic energy of the system. You can remember this electrostatic energy of the system in the discrete charge have qi of fi, where phi is the potential at the ith point. So you can write down the potential due to this three region is the same, because we consider when this charge, the potential will be due to these two charges, right? And that's why this 1 by 4 pi q by r, this is r. Actually we taken this as r. So this a is equals to r. So there is two charge, that's why 2q by r, and the energy will be the summation of this. So q1 phi 1, q2 phi 2, and so on. So half 3q 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2q by r. Finally you get this is the energy of this system, right? Now insertion of an additional charge minus q by root 3 at the centroid. So if you insert at the center this amount of charge, so the potential at this point will be due to these three charges will be like that. So the energy will be charged into this potential, will be get this energy. So the total energy will be the previous energy of the system will be like that, and this now the energy of the system is this. So total energy of the system will be 0. So the in the new configuration total energy of this system is 0. That's it. Next question. Assuming the electron to be teeny ball of radius r0, we considered this electron as a teeny ball with radius r0 and the total charge minus q distributed uniformly over the surface of the ball. The charge is uniformly distributed over the surface of the ball. Estimate the R0 equivalent, sorry, is total, calculate the total electrostatic self energy. So, field within this R0 is 0 and out of the R0 electric field will be like that. So, the self energy you know epsilon naught by 2 is square dV. So, epsilon naught by 2 is square means this square by dV is 4 pi r square dr. So, if you integrating you will be get this expression. So, this is the electrostatic energy. Now estimate the value of R0 by equating this energy of rest energy mc square. So if you equated these two with mc square, you will be get this R0 with that value 1 per minute to the minus 15 meter. But the answer is 2.8 to the minus 15 meter. There is a multiplication of 2, but I did not get any 2 here. If anyone can was this error in this calculation, you must comment in the comment box. Is there any error in this calculation? Okay, I got this answer, but I did not find out any error in this calculation. If anyone find this, you must comment in the comment box. Go to the next question. The distance between plates of parallel air is d. So in the air this distance is d. A dielectric slab of thickness x introduced in the air gap so that the capacitance of the slab of the capacitor will be double if the dielectric constant of the material of the slab is. So if the dielectric constant is k equal to like that, then the capacitance will be double. So without the dielectric material the capacitance will be epsilon naught a by d. Now, if due to dielectric, the constant of this, the capacitance will be epsilon naught a x replaced by this k and the rest that is d minus x by air that is 1. So, if you put this value of k, finally you get this expression and this is nothing but 2 into C0, that is the double. So, we can say that is the dielectric constant. If we place this dielectric constant of thickness x, then the capacitance will be double. Clear? If there is any doubt in this calculation, you must comment in the comment box. Go to the next question. Consider a model of hydrogen atom with a proton surrounded by a electron cloud with large charge density like that. So there is a proton and there is charge density of electron placed like that, where A0 is the first Bohr radius, so that the interaction energy between the electron cloud and the proton. So due to this proton we get the potential, and multiplying charge they will be get this potential energy, the interaction energy. So due to this dq charge within this spherical cell of radius r and r plus dr, this is nothing but E by 4 pi epsilon r rho 4 pi r square dr. So the potential energy will be like that, and the corresponding interaction energy will be like the total energy will be like that. So just simply I think you got this point my, that is charge by 4 pi epsilon r is the potential and this is the dq, right? So this is actually, this term is potential at r, potential at r, and this is the charge, this is the charge density into volume, that is the charge. So potential into charge is nothing but the energy. So this is the energy for the small region. So the total energy will be integration of total, which says that total energy will be like that. If you integrate carefully, I think you got this answer. If there is any doubt, you must comment in the comment box. Go through this calculation yourself, right? So that's it. This is all about me. This is my contact details and this is my YouTube channel details. Go to this channel, you will get the others video regarding physics and some part of mathematics and some part of the quantitative aptitude, advanced mathematics and reasoning for competitive examination. Okay, So like this session, share this video to your friends so that he or she also get benefit from this video. Subscribe this channel if you new in this channel, and those already subscribed, thanks for subscription. Press the bell icon to get the notification of upcoming video. Okay, and you can also take download the PDF of these slides from the link given in the description box. Okay, so take care. We will meet in the next video as soon as possible. Thank you.